Hello there, only one Kenobi here. Only one. And it's VC199, the Tusken Raider, also known as the Sand People. Well, that's plural. Sand Person. Tusken Raider at last. Right. So I've got to say, it's only just hitting me now that the figure has got finally a correct colour to it. You know what I mean? I didn't know what to make of this figure other than I knew it was darker than any of the other ones I'd seen with robes. I have this on standby, which I'd like to show you that as well, which is a great figure. But this, finally, they've kind of got it. So it's looking screen accurate for A New Hope, I reckon. Yeah. See, slightly darker robe. It's great. It's a great figure. I've had it sort of loose for a week. And I was filming it last week as I opened it for the Only One Fans series of mine. But classic card back, coming back. Now he's named the Tusken Raider. And this one, not that he's got any eyes to be painted correctly, but he looked like he was looking off a little bit to the left or right, to his left, sorry. Oh, sorry, his thing was just in the way. Let me move him out of the way there. Yeah, but look at him, man. That's a good colour. That they've nailed. Head sculpt, slightly bigger head than previously. Let's put this one right next to him. This is aged. I haven't seen this for a while out of the star case, but they kind of do go a little bit dark, these bubbles for the VOTC. Or is this Vintage Saga? Let's have a look. No, yeah, 2006. That means that this is the Vintage Saga collection. There you go. Right. But look at the card. Look at the robes he's wearing there. Look at these. I mean, they used to look really cool. I mean, they still look cool, but he looks more like a mummy, don't you think? An Egyptian mummy, bandaged up, or someone who's been in a horrific car accident. But that is way better. I suppose the point I'm trying to make is I was always really happy with this one. And I didn't think it could be beaten, really, but it has. They've done it. It's great. And now we look forward to maybe the potential Book of Boba Fett Sand People to come out. But here he is. I've only got him in that one pose. I've not done much with this figure, but I kind of like him just stood like that. It's funny, these are articulated figures. But this one, I just want him. I just had him standing in just a watchful pose. Because he looks like the tribal leader, this guy. I'll take you through in a minute. I'll show you the shelf I've got with all my Tuskens together. Nice variety of Tuskens right the way through. I wouldn't mind an 80s one, actually, just to go in the clan. But I don't know. I just got him holding this massive rifle thing, and then he's got the gaffy stick. As I said recently when I opened it, the gaffy has a lot more meaning now. If you watch the Book of Boba Fett, the whole rite of passage and all that was awesome. And I'll say it again if you didn't see what I said on that video. I think that they should have made more of the Tuskens in that whole thing. I actually thought after episode 2, which I loved, so I was a bit mixed on episode 1 of the Book of Boba Fett, but when I saw the second one, I thought, right, see what they're going to do now. But they killed them off in the next episode. I thought they could have taken the Tuskens all the way through, especially that awesome tassel-head warrior. And then they could have been the army at the end. They were looking for an army. And then he said, Din Djarin says, I can help you with that. And then they end up recruiting the bloody Vespa gang. And I think they could have and should have had the Tuskens. And there would have been a lot of emotional, weight to that whole story. But anyway, I'm digressing. I'm talking about the Book of Boba Fett. But still, it's all relative. They are now probably going to use this head sculpt and whatever and make some more Tusken Raiders. But I like this guy. I will actually have a little bit of a look at his articulation now because I haven't actually ever opened him up. I don't want to because he came packed like that. And sometimes when you loosen the robes of like Jedi and stuff, and they puff out a bit, but no, he'll be all right. There you go. Look at that body. I've seen that before. It's all so familiar, isn't it? They recycled some parts of this. I'm so sorry. I'm not really up on my Tuskens. As in, well, I've got plenty in the other room. I'll show you in a minute, but very stiff head. You can cock it a little bit. Oh, I see. Hang on. Intriguing. But I don't know what's been recycled and not, unfortunately. He does look good, doesn't he? Get a bit of Ralph McQuarrie now. Look at that. They are brilliant, actually, aren't they? Even though they've been used a lot recently, you've seen them twice in the Book of Boba Fett. You've seen a lot of them in... No, hang on. Yeah, twice. I didn't mean to say that, though. I meant to say they've been used twice in The Mandalorian, season 1 and season 2. Then you saw them in 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett. But they're still pretty cool as what they are. And, you know, when you learn that there's more than one tribe on Tatooine, there's loads of tribes. You know, they seem like you can reason with them, though. I still want to make a video on it. I had these sort of visions of like a scene for Obi-Wan. The scene, you know, it's coming up soon. It's a month away, but I kind of wanted a scene where Obi-Wan was not negotiating with these guys, because I actually didn't used to think they could be negotiated with. I thought they were just vicious, mindless monsters, like Krieg Lars describes them as being. But you can talk, you can communicate with them, you can bargain with them, whatever, But I wanted this scene in Kenobi whereby he was like, you know, like Batman almost, like a vigilante, shepherding them, scaring them off like he did in A New Hope. Warding them off, should we say, with his lightsaber. You know, doing what we wanted Luke Skywalker to do to Kylo Ren in Episode 9, which he never did, you know. Freaking him out. Herding them. You know, I thought that's what he could do. Appear whenever they were getting too close to the homestead, because obviously they would... It seemed to be that they would do anything like that. But obviously then there's that... You learn more about them, like in the Mandalorian, Din Djarin says, you know, they won't break their word unless one of you breaks it first, kind of thing, you know what I mean? So they're obviously people of honor, maybe, even some of the rougher tribes. I just don't know. But I find them interesting. I like them a lot. And I do like this figure. It's awesome. Really good. I like it. In fact, I want a few more, maybe. Although I said the other week I only really wanted the one of him. I'm going to take you now through to my loose room. I'm going to show you my Tusken shelf. Join me. See what I mean? Like, he's like the head honcho now. He's like a focal point right in the front. He looks the best. He's the best. I wasn't convinced. I wasn't sure what to expect with this figure. I wasn't sure if it's sort of official, isn't it? This is the best Tusken they've made. It's got to be. And I've got 2 of those other ones. For so long, they were the ones that leaded the pack. They've been going around since 2006. You could find them in the Legacy Saga Legends, I believe. They came up in that, and they came up in the Black Series as repacks, and you could get them originally in the Vintage Saga, as you saw before. But he looks great like that. Or she. Never assume the gender. But I have them up here. These are my Tatooine beasts on the top shelf. And then I obviously have that Power of the Force 2 one right there. Technically, that's Power of the Force 2, I guess. But you see him? They're good as army builders because they're not the best. But they still look great. They're not the best figure of them, though. And then down here, at one point, I used to have all my Banthas on the same shelf. But not Banthas, Tusken Raiders, sorry, on the same shelf. But now I've got these ones down here with the Massif. So this one I got in a job lot. I think I got that from Tungori, actually. But that comes in a set. Female. And then you've got these guys. The one came with the Massif. The kid that came with the female. Another one of those ones from the Vintage Saga. And then this fella here looks great. Love that. They are great. I love Tusken Raiders, actually. Awesome. And Banthas are awesome as well. That's the best Bantha you can buy. Don't get the 30th anniversary one. I wouldn't mind getting it just to have it, but you can tell that this is the better one. This one doesn't look like a poodle. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I have been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.